even top performers feel like frauds sometimes. Let's get real about it. Research shows 1 in 4 high achievers battle imposter syndrome, and 82% of adults experience it at least once. So here to help us silence self-doubt is certified life coach and motivational speaker, Coach Carrie. Coach Carrie,
hey.
We're so happy you're here. Hi, Coach.
I'm so happy to be here. Hello, thank you so much. I'm great, happy to be here.
Good to see you, Coach. All right, let's get right into it.
Let's
Imposter syndrome, what is that? Explain it.
Yeah, it's got a big name, but really it's a psychological pattern where someone doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments. However, it's not considered a disorder, so I like to think of it as imposter thinking, because it's really just that negative self-talk trying to get the best of you.
And sometimes it does, right? And it shows up. And maybe first of all, it's like, it's okay if this is happening because this is a normal thing.
Absolutely.
But there are ways to deal with it. First one is kind of getting curious.
Absolutely. And even before that, maybe giving everyone a little bit of how they can break it down.
Sure.
So a psychologist named Dr. Valerie Young, she broke it down to 5 categories to help people, see themselves in it a little bit more. So we've got the superhuman, we've got the perfectionist, we've got the soloist, we've got the expert, and we've got the natural genius. And so without going into all of them too much, I'm sure for the people at home, they can probably see themselves relatable in some of these and how they show up.
I'm not going to put a number.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking through. I'm like, oh, which one?
I know which one applies.
Right. And
I feel like I'm a little column A, a little column B. Yeah.
Right. And it might be a little bit for everyone. So like you said, getting curious, it's really asking yourself those questions. So where's this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? And what would support look like to help you pull yourself out of what you may be experiencing when that happens? Great question.
Celebrating our wins.
Yes.
Sometimes it almost feels arrogant to do that,
It's
right?
not very Canadian to do it,
right?
Why is that so important?
It's so important because it helps remind you that you've done it before. Imposter syndrome wants you to think that it's impossible and you can never do it. So I like to call it where are the receipts? So that you remind yourself, oh, I don't think I can do this, but guess what? I've done it this time, that time, that time. Our subconscious is really only an output function. So when you have rebuttals, it's not ready to rebuttal back.
Yeah, I like that. It's like proof.
Right.
Proof
Show me
that
the
your
proof.
life has done it before.
You've done it.
And so you will get through this
Absolutely.
again.
Absolutely.
Reframing our beliefs, too. That can be challenging,
Absolutely.
but it's important.
Yeah. Reframing is great because it can shift your language. So if you're thinking, I can't do this or I'm not qualified for this job, a quick shift is, I am qualified. And all of a sudden, you start to reprogram how the language you're using when you're talking to yourself or about yourself, which inevitably means you're now combating that imposter syndrome.
Coach, some great advice. There's a lot to take in for someone who is just wanting to kind of break out of it. The very, very first step, what is your suggestion for that?
Honestly, I would say really take a look at your language. How are you talking to yourself? Because that's going to play a role in how you show up. And then for someone who might be new to this space is really thinking of some affirmations or some mantras and saying these words to yourself over and over again, because I really believe that the more you say it, the more you feel it, the more you believe it. Let's go.
I love that.
And really finding community, too, right?
Absolutely.
With others. I mean, I feel like
Absolutely.
you do that so well in what you do. Really creating space to have these conversations and to know that they're okay.
Absolutely. I think authenticity and showing up as my best, no matter how that may look on sometimes the good days and not so good days, will maybe help other people realize that it's okay to show up as your best in whatever way that looks like for you as well, but also doing the work to get there. People think I'm happy and I'm confident. I do the work every single day. And I say my affirmations in the mirror every single day.
Yeah, you have a great personal story, a very inspiring personal story. Hopefully we'll get you back on the show.
You got
so
it.
we can dig more into that. because,
Let's do it.
You're leading the way.
You heard it here first.
Showing us how to do it, yeah.
Coach, thanks for being here. Where can people find more information on you?
So I'm on Instagram, coach.carrie. You can find me on LinkedIn, my website, carriecoach.com, and just sending everyone lots of love. Let's have a great day.
I appreciate that. Happy Monday to everybody. Thank you for being here.